Hey guys, this is Andrew Keen from KeenOnTheMarket.com. And then all the positions in the note tab have now been updated, so you can see a list of all my positions I currently have on. I just was doing that real quick. Let's look at unusual option activity. Nothing of yet. Qualcomm. I have Qualcomm put flies on right now. Do I want to take some off? Let's try to see what price I can get these off at. In Qualcomm, I paid 39 cents. Right now, they're $1.60. It's pretty wide, but I'd like to get out of half of my Qualcomm at $1.55. Should get filled pretty quickly. So I'm offering half of my Qualcomm at $1.50 paid 5. I just got filled in Qualcomm. So I'm out of half of my Qualcomm for almost a quadruple and $1.55. It's probably too cheap, but I paid 39 cents. So I'm out of half of my Qualcomm right now. Let's go to Akamai. I bought call spreads for $1.47. I'm going to offer half of my Akamai call spreads at $1.60. So I'm long Akamai and I'm short Qualcomm. Well, I'm actually flat Qualcomm. I'm offering half out of $1.60. So exit to close and filled. I sold half of Qualcomm April 65, 62 and a half, 60, put butterfly for 155. I paid 39 cents on these yesterday. So I'm taking half of my Qualcomm off. And I'll probably leave the other half till expiration. I took half of my Qualcomm off here. Took half of my Qualcomm off for almost a quadruple here. And I'll leave the other half till expiration, which is tomorrow. Okay? So this is a new position. Oh, it's a closing position. I apologize. It's a closing position. I took half of my Qualcomm off right now. Took half of my Qualcomm off. SanDisk was down. Now it's actually up. Riverbed's actually up today. FFIV is probably way higher. FFIV is up $6.50. That's probably why Riverbed's up. CBG higher. Apple up. Apple up $8. Let's look at Apple on the 15. Not strong enough to buy here. Cake. I was going to try to buy cake spreads, and I didn't get filled. I have positions on in Dunkin', DNKN. I'm long call spreads in June. Dunkin's up a little bit. GM. I have GM calendar spreads on. So the futures are up 6. Ericsson up 14 cents. ARO is unchanged. GT is probably up a lot, right? F5, big winner today. So I exited half of my Qualcomm here. Now I don't have to watch it all day long. So I exited half of my Qualcomm. Now I don't have to watch it. Okay, I sold half at 155. Time is on my side in this trade. Time is on my side in this trade. Surprised SanDisk isn't higher. Long some SanDisk calls based on unusual option activity. SPOO's up 675 right now. NBG May 0.5s are sold. NBG May 0.5s are being sold. Why isn't this GM one updating? Seems like a bunch of these in the middle are frozen. I think it's their system. Well, on the right, there's a lot that aren't updating. Toss is like messed up, man. I'm gonna restart Thinkorswim real quick. Yeah. There was like a 6 stocks that like didn't show movement. Yeah, my GM's messed up too in Thinkorswim. Let me restart it. Yeah, my GM wasn't updating for some reason. Let's see how it is now. My market data says partially delayed. Where are my... Oh my God. So Apple, now not up as much. See, it still seems like a bunch of the stocks aren't updating. Here's a Thinkorswim problem. PXP May 49 calls trading. PXP May 49s. No desire to take a trade. I've been on the sidelines in PXP. I've seen some unusual option activity, but nothing I really want to play here. PXP. Riverbed is up. You know, I kind of want to sell Riverbed calls that I'm long. Chart looks pretty weak. Anytime it gets up to this is probably a good level to sell it. I'm offering my Riverbed calls at 80. I'm going to offer all my Riverbed calls at 80 cents. My SEP 18 calls at 80 cents. JIVE, Jive. Paper just bought some May 12.5 puts. I'm not going to take a trade of the year. About 1,000 of these are being bought. Paper bought 1014 JIVE, May 12.5 puts for 40 cents. JIVE puts being bought. I'm not going to take a trade here in JIVE. Still seems like a lot of things aren't updating in here. SPOO's selling off a little bit. I'm trying to get out of my Riverbed calls. Magellan up 32 cents. I'm still long some Magellan MGLN. June 50 calls. I offer my Linta calls out almost every day for a 10-cent loser. Came back down. GNC today report earnings. GNC. This is giving me a 0 here too. I don't think so. We're seeing a little bit of weakness already in the S&P. Akamai at $1.60. I'm out of half of my Akamai at $1.60. Paid 47 cents. Akamai. Exit to close and filled. I sold half of Akamai. May 39.41 call spread for $1.60. I paid 47 cents. So Akamai taking off half of that trade for a quadruple as well. Akamai taking half my position off in that. I would get out of the rest at, where's Akamai trading right now? 43 bucks. I'd take off the other half at like 185. Let's try 180. Just curiously. Can only be worth $2, so I might as well try to get 180 for it. Riverbed, I'm out of Riverbed. I sold those calls for 80 cents. Riverbed, I'm out of Riverbed. That's been a painful adventure. I'm out of Riverbed. So exit to close and filled. I sold all my Riverbed. Set 18 calls for 80 cents. I don't know what I paid, but I paid something higher. So Riverbed, I'm out of Riverbed. Exit to close in Riverbed. Sold half of my calls. I sold all my calls in Riverbed. That is opening bell for 4/25/2013. If you guys want to watch me trade more real time with real money, shoot me an email. I'll get you into the trading room. Andrew at KeenOnTheMarket.com. Thanks, guys.